Good afternoon, friends, and welcome back to the channel. Hey, we're trying something new here, okay? We're gonna start doing a monthly mobile home dealer recap. Now, the purpose of this is essentially to go over kind of the 3 or 4 best deals that I see in our inventory going into the next month. Now, we update all of our prices on a regular basis, as I talk about ad nauseum in all the videos on our company website. And yes, I will put our company website on the bottom of the screen here, just in case you're new to the channel. Now, we update everything there on a regular basis, but I understand that a lot of people get busy, they don't think about that, and they rely on our videos all the time to give them the most up-to-date prices. Now, here's the issue with that. Okay, as I talk about in the videos all the time, I can't jump in and update all the voiceovers on a regular basis as fast as we can update the site. So my theory is that by providing this video once a month, it'll give you a better idea for a couple of homes, not all the homes, just a couple of homes that I feel like are fantastic buys at their current price decreases. So we're gonna go over 3 to 5 homes on one of these videos each month. We're also gonna cover some other happenings going on so that you're up to speed as much as possible with what we're doing here at the mobile home dealer. Now, before we get started and start talking about these price decreases, if you're new to the channel, thank you so much for coming and hanging out. Hey, we greatly appreciate it. But please, as I talk about in all the videos, it's true. Don't be like the 91% of people who watch our videos and don't subscribe. Hit that subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. That way you're up to speed with everything that we're doing, whether we're checking out homes, checking out communities, going to trade shows, providing you the most information that we possibly can. We are your one-stop shop in the entire industry. So thank you so much for coming on this journey to help grow our community together. And if you're ready, I'm ready. And let's go ahead and jump in to the March 2025 monthly recap. So a couple of homes. Let's jump in and let's just get right to the beef of it. What I'm going to do with each one of these homes, I'm going to talk about 3 here today, the new price updates, and a couple of reasons why I think you should really take a look at these houses. Not just based on price, but based on other things that are going on with the house. Maybe the community is super cool. Maybe they have some unique features and that kind of thing. So I'll kind of go over a couple of these things on it. Also, when I talk about each home, I'm going to go ahead and put up in the right-hand corner, okay, I'm going to go ahead and put kind of a drop down, and I'm going to be putting the actual long-form video for each one of these homes there. What you can do if you're not familiar with this, you can literally click that up in the corner when it pops up for each home, and that's going to take you directly to the home video, okay? So if you're interested in what I'm saying, go ahead and check out that video in the upper right-hand corner as I talk about the different homes, so you get a better idea of exactly what I'm talking about, because I'm not going to just jump in and show 5 seconds of the video what I'm talking about the house. Okay, so now that we have the rules of today's video, let's jump in. The first one we're going to talk about. This one is located at 12 South Lake Drive. Okay, it's in Lake Placid. And it is an absolute stunner on this one. This South Lakeside Drive, it's going to be within Sunshine Mobile Home Park. Okay, now we talked about Sunshine Mobile Home Park. It's an RV-based park. The reason why I like this one, okay, is it's got a 1-bed, 1-bath to it. Okay, but it's directly waterfront on this. And this one has dropped significantly in price. Okay, it has dropped significantly in price to the tune of it's nearly half the price of what it's at when we initially listed it. Okay, we initially went to market, it looks like back around Valentine's Day, about $27,900. Okay, you're looking around $12,000 right now for that house. That's an over, 60% decrease from the sticker price. The reason why I like it is directly on the water feature of the community. Okay, lot rent's about $700, okay, for it. But it's totally built out with the floor to room. It's set up as a 1-bed, 1-bath. But the interesting thing about it is if you watch the video, it has a very unique screened-in porch with a deck. And the reason why I like that is that screened-in porch has power ran out to it. So if you want to hang out there, maybe put like an AC unit up there, like vinyl or glass in the windows, or you just want to hang out there and like put a fan in or something like that, you can definitely still enjoy the outdoor kind of lifestyle looking at the water without actually jumping out in the on the deck. Like if it's too hot or something like that, then it's definitely a winner. The other cool thing about this house, guys, is that it has a fully updated kitchen and new kitchen appliances and new mini splits. Now, if you're not familiar with mini splits, I talk about them in videos all the time. They kind of they look like window units, but they're on the wall. Okay, they're fantastic, and the reason why I like them is they run kind of like central AC, but they have the expense of a window unit. So this house has 2 new ones, and a new one usually runs kind of your basic ones are about $2,500. These are like mid-grade, so they're about $4,000 a piece. So you got about $8,000 in AC work. You've got about, oh, I don't know, $4,000 or $5,000 in the kitchen right there. You're looking at about $12,000, $13,000. And the price of this home's like $12,500, $13,000. Okay, so it's an absolute winner. Candy and Eric are the folks who are running this, running this to represent the seller. Make sure you give them a holler if you're interested in that home. It is a steal. The other thing I like about this house quite a bit is that it's right at the end of a street. You have one other house next to you on the street, so it's kind of a very quiet area. And yeah, I mean, it's $12,000. I mean, what's not to like about that? So that's definitely one that I want to point out to you. The next house we're going to talk about, we're going to go up north for this one. Okay, we're going to go up to Largo. So Largo, if you're not familiar with it, Largo is going to be right outside of kind of like the St. Petersburg, Clearwater area. Largo's right there as well. Your closest beach is about 15 minutes away. That's going to be Clearwater Beach. And it's in a community called Bay Ranch. Now, this is the only home that we have for sale in Bay Ranch. We've sold homes in Bay Ranch before, a couple of years ago at this point. But this is the only one that we currently have up for sale in Bay Ranch. Now, the reason why I like this one is that it's a very big house and it's been rebuilt lightly. I mean, it's not like a full gut job, but they've got a lot of kind of your heavy money already taken care of. They got like a new roof, they got a new hot water heater. They got some new flooring through about half the house. I think the kitchen has some new appliances in it. So it's not totally like redone, like showroom quality, but it is very well done and it's extremely clean. Here's why I like this one. Being a 2-bed, 2-bath, it's very large. It is a very large home. It has a huge carport, huge driveway, and you're on a quiet street. Now, Bay Ranch also has a gorgeous pool and gorgeous community center. Lot rent for this is going to be a hair under $800. It's like $790. Okay. The reason why I think this is a steal is because there are other homes in the community that have closed this month, in March rather. They've closed in the 70s and 80s. And I think this home is nicer than that just because it has, nicer than the ones that are sold, simply because it has the high dollar upgrades like the roof and the other items that I mentioned. Now, we initially took this to market at $55,000. It's taken a small drop. It's at $51,000. Okay, so it's down about 10%. Okay, seller does need to sell. Okay, so I think you're going to get a lot of bang for your buck for about a $50,000 on that home. Like I said, other homes in the neighborhood have closed $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 more expensive than this one, and I just am not totally sure why this one hasn't gotten the attention it needs. And I think it's a steal. I did the video on it at the beginning of February, which we'll obviously put in the upper part of the video here. And I think it's an absolute stunner. So make sure you check out the one located at 7341 Ulmerton. Okay, it's going to be lot 1354 in Largo. Okay, check that one out. That one is definitely a steal for sure. Last one I'm going to include here today on the original March recap. Okay, we're going to go down south. Okay, so we went in the middle of the state, they're in Lake Placid, we went up a little further north in Largo. Now we're going to go down south. We're going to meet up with Daniel and talk about one of his listings. Now, he's got a handful of listings in a community called Harbor Lakes. Now, we've featured Harbor Lakes ad nauseum on our channel, probably 30 times at this point. So you guys know the drill about Harbor Lakes. It's an RV resort. It's all ages. It's just an absolute winner. Now, the one that I want to point out is going to be lot 440. Okay, now lot 440 is technically a park model. Okay, so if you're not familiar with park models, they're kind of like single wides. They're as wide as a single wide, they're just shorter. So this one is 40 feet long, which is actually a really long park model. Most park models are like 32, 34 feet. But here's what I like about lot 440. Again, on top of the price decrease, and I'll talk about that here in a second, is that lot 440 has a fully built out Florida room. And I don't mean like, you know, Larry Bob in a six-pack built it out. I'm talking about like a legitimate contractor in the county came out, they built it out. It looks fantastic. I'm talking like porcelain floors, a new mini split. They put a Murphy bed in the back, full bathroom in the back. Okay, so it's an absolutely unique unit, and I think it's a stunner. I think it's a stunner. And I'll tell you what, I shot the video there in the middle of February. It's neat as a pin. And it's a really, really cute home. So if you're looking for a little bit smaller of a property and you want to be in kind of the South Florida area, you want to make sure you take a look at lot 440. It's a stunner. It's fantastic. Okay, so we initially took this house to market on Valentine's Day. It looks like, how fitting, on Valentine's Day, the day of love. And we went into the market at $79,000. We got a couple of offers in the mid 70s. Looks like we got one at 72, one at 73, and they did not get park approved for whatever reason. Yeah, it's none of our business. But it did take a pretty significant price decrease last week. So we took it initially at 79 to the market. Now it's at 69. okay? And the seller says they're negotiable on that. So I can't promise anything. Daniel can't either, but I definitely think they would be looking to wheel and deal even at $69,000. Lot rent there is about $900. It's like $892 is what I have here. Okay, now again, those are estimated lot rents. You got to make sure you check with the park because we don't work for any park. We're independent brokers, but that's kind of what you're looking at for that one as well. So I think you've got 3 different ones in areas of the state. The one in Lake Placid definitely I think is the most significant price decrease. Again, as I discussed, we took that one to market at 27. It's like at 12. The one in Largo I think is a winner. That's the biggest one. It's 2 bed, 2 bath. The big one there off of Ulmerton and Largo. That one has taken a 10% price decrease, and the one down in Port Charlotte about a 15% price decrease. So those 3 I think are smoking deals, depending on what area of the state that you want to be in, depending on where you want to be on lot rent, and depending on what your budget is for your actual home. But I think they're all definitely winners as far as I can see. So those would definitely be the 3 that I would point your attention to. Make sure you check out the videos on that if you're interested in any one of those. Other happenings that we have going on here. We have 2 new homes that are, by the time this video goes live, we have 2 new homes in the Sebring area. Okay, I want to bring your attention to them. You're going to see them. One is called Home Sweet Home. That's how we titled it. The other one is, I think, Deal Under 38. I think it's kind of what I spun with it. They're both 2 bed, 2 bath double wides. They're both in a community called Silver Oaks in Sebring, Florida. Man, I'm telling you what, you want to talk about stunners. If you want a bigger home instead of the park model that I talked about here, the one that at 12.5. If you want bigger homes, both of those are under $45,000. I think one's at 44 and change, I'm going off memory, and one's at like 35, 36,000. Now I'll tell you what, both of those are some of the nicest and cleanest homes that I've seen in all of Highlands County since I even started the firm years ago. I mean, they're both stunners, and those sellers both want to sell. They're both extremely nice homes, very, very clean, and smoking deals. Lot rent there in those parks are like $600 a month. Now I understand people are going to say, oh, it's $600. I get it. Like, I read the comments, you'll see my responses. But for what it is, in Highlands County, they have an average lot rent of about $820 for this year. So you're talking about 20% under the average lot rent. Those 2 houses, make sure you check them out. They've launched this week on our channel. So those are absolute stunners. Speaking of Silver Oaks, we did a video about a week and a half ago, and it's the second most popular video that we've ever done. It has about 250,000 views at this point. About I think it's got 3,800 likes on it. So we're very flattered for that. That one did sell within about 2 days of the video going up. And that one was under $20,000 in the same community as these 2 double wides. So that one did sell. It was off of a 150 or 150 Quiver, I think is what the name of the street was. So that one has sold. Okay, so just let you guys know on that one. We continue to get phone calls on that, which is great. But you definitely want to entertain those other double wides too, because they're not that much more expensive, and you're getting almost 2.5 times as much house. So with that being said, that's going to be the March wrap up. We also were at the Biloxi, Mississippi Manufactured Home Show about 3 weeks ago. As I mentioned in the Biloxi, Mississippi Manufactured Home Show wrap up video that we put out last week, we'll be dropping those home tours here kind of periodically over the next couple of months. Some really, really cool houses. I think the manufactured home space is definitely going in the right direction with some of these new models that came out. So keep a lookout for that. And let us know in the comments below if you're a fan of the monthly wrap-up, if you like me coming to you once a month, giving you a rundown of the latest and greatest things as far as price decreases and happenings going on, as I read all the comments and do the best I can to respond to all of them as quickly as I can. So thank you so much for taking a look at this video. My name is Mark. You've been with the Mobile Home Dealer. And as always, folks, we'll see y'all on the next one.